Hello everyone and welcome back once again. We're here in Operation Fallblau's second mission, Novoanninsky. It's July the 25th, 1942. Operation Fallblau is proceeding apace, and your next operation will only continue our blitzkrieg across the steppes of Russia. Your current task is to proceed along the Don River, the northern part of the Don River, that is, securing objectives as you advance. The central rail junction at Novoanninsky is of utmost importance to secure, so make sure you prepare adequate forces to conquer it. Several fighter and bomber squadrons of the Red Air Force have bases in the area, so be prepared for persistent aerial resistance, as well as the possibility of one or more massed armored counterattacks. What a surprise. I expected nothing less from the Russians, of course. Yeah, my biggest issue with this map, and I talked about this previously as well. Let's see if I can actually find... No, I can't. The big thing about this mission is that none of these cities are actually on the east side of the Don. Like, based on the Don River here, you would assume that after taking Voronezh, we are moving south. That's what you would think, but that's not the case. We are actually moving east this way, going down, and the Don is north of us, supposedly, but it shouldn't be, because Novoanninsky is north of the Don. Let me just check that for 1 second, though. Back, I highly recommend you check out Google Maps, because indeed Novoanninsky is pretty far north of the Don. So this side is the north. How do we start from the west? Going to the east. Mikhailovka is to the southeast of Novoanninsky. So the Don should be on the exact other side of the map. It's in the wrong place. Unless there's another Don River, which is also right next to the Don. But it doesn't look like it on Google Maps. So this entire map is one giant load of bollocks. Oh well. Let's go to the repairs. Yep, elites for days. Elites. Hey, alright. Yep. Oh, they're close to 3 stars. Nice. Not bad at all. Even these got a 3rd star. Sweet. Where's that KV? There we are. Oh, that's some juicy prestige, 500. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about my my core for a bit, because we have way too many fighters now. That's 1. And 2, I also need to sell an infantry, and I kind of need to think about which one that's going to be. So after making some changes to my core, once again, I'll be right back. Also, still no Panzer 3M. So I wonder when that will become available. No, not yet. Well, maybe soon. Either way, yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I made some significant changes to my core. Let's get started on the units that I got in the previous episode. So I got rid of my weakest infantry unit, which is the +1 defense unit, and I switched that up with the Friedrich Pine that we got in the previous mission. So we keep our historic infantry composition, and yeah, I got the inclusion of this guy. So that's the first thing. The second thing, let's skip over the Panzers for now. The second thing is that I changed the name of the Panzerjägerabteilung to the Sturmgeschützabteilung Großdeutschland, which was part of the Großdeutschland Infantry Division in 1942. So I will always take this one on my missions now, and maybe the additional Panzerjäger as well, but this one will be standard and this one will be extra. Next up, fighters. I want to deploy 5 fighters from let's just say from this mission onwards to 1944, where I will get another additional fighter. I don't know which of the 2 Corson scenarios it was again, but I remember that there was an additional fighter in one of those 2 missions, or it was at Mogilev. One of the 3, but I want to go from 5 to 6 at that point, and I don't want to have any additional fighters. So I sold the weakest one, which was my +1 movement one, and changed the name of the new guy. Forgot the name, but let's see. It's this guy with +3 attack, +3 initiative, -2 defense. Change the name, replacement. There we go. Next up, let's see, I didn't do anything there, nor for the artillery. Yeah, the biggest change I found out while going through some of the data for 1943, because I'm checking the composition of these units does take some time, and I started working on what I need to do in order to get those units to 1943 and make a timeline for my units. I figured out that the 5th Panzer Regiment got sent to Africa early 1941. Now, the way this website works, this Lexikon der Wehrmacht, which is in German, no English, they had on their main page for the 3rd Panzer Division stated that the composition for the 3rd Panzer Division did not change from 1940, at the start of the campaigns in France and Belgium, up until 1943. And I mean, I'm not talking about the unit composition, but the division composition. So they claimed on that website there was no change from 5th Panzer Regiment, 6th Panzer Regiment, Artillery Regiment 75, etc., etc. And then I went to the page of the 5th Panzer Regiment to see whether there would have been additional Abteilungen to be added from 1943 or whatever. And then I noticed that the 5th Panzer Regiment got sent to Africa in 1941. So that was that was a bit of a bummer, because I couldn't find that on the main 3rd Division page. So I've been playing with 2 additional tanks all this time. Now, I haven't been deploying those additional tanks in the missions because I always had leftover tanks, at least 2. I usually deployed some of 5th Panzer Regiment and some of 6th Panzer Regiment, usually leaving 1 tank of each. So it wasn't as if I deployed more tanks on the battlefield than I was allowed, actually. So there's no change in that. The only problem with this is that the problems is, one, the units that I have left over have gotten less experience because the experience from my units got divided over 2 more extra tanks. So they got less experience, and that means that I've had to do more elite replacements as well. So I actually lost prestige on this, because in order to get those Panzers up to 3 stars of experience, I had to give them elite replacements. Had that experience been distributed to only to the 6th Panzer Regiment, I could have had more regular replacements, which means that I would have lost less prestige. And buying the units, upgrading them, and then selling them off is not a net profit in prestige. It's neutral. Like, selling it off gives you the same amount of prestige as you would as buying. So I didn't gain any prestige there. But at this point, I did cherry pick which tanks I wanted to keep. Not that the heroes on my tanks were absolutely amazing. Actually, they're quite garbage. But it did allow me to sell off the +1 defense tank. And I believe I sold another +1 defense. So basically, it's like swapping a +1 attack hero for a +1 defense hero. It's just, there's not much difference there. And if the difference was between a +3 attack hero and maybe a spawning hero, yeah, that would be a big difference. But the heroes on my tanks are abysmal, and the best hero that I got is a +2 defense one. That's the best hero that I have on my Panzers, besides the freely gotten ones, of course. Oh no, I actually have a +2 attack hero. Never mind. Okay, this is definitely the best one. Then a +2 defense, and then the rest is initiative, meh. But yeah, so I have I have this attack hero, and I sold some defense heroes. So yeah, I get to cherry pick my heroes. And in return, I also had to switch one of my Panzer 4Gs to a Panzer 3 model. So I also lost about 400 prestige on that. So overall, the fact that I played with the 5th Panzer Regiment additionally did not work out for me prestige-wise, nor does it gain me a whole lot when it comes to heroes, to be quite frank. Had I known this before, I would have immediately sold them off, but I didn't. So I messed that up. I didn't see it in the overview page for the 3rd Panzer Division, and well, it wasn't stated there, and only when I saw the in-depth page of the 5th Panzer Regiment and read the text in German, I figured out that they were sent to Africa. So yeah, a bit too late, but once I figured it out, I immediately rectified the situation. So currently I have 3 Panzer 3Ls, 2 for the 15th Panzer Regiment, and 1 Panzer 4G for them. And the 3rd Panzer Division has the 6th Panzer Regiment with 1 Panzer 4G, a Panzer 3N, because both the 11th and the 3rd had some Panzer 3Ns as infantry support tanks, but definitely not enough to warrant having one for both of them. So I decided to get one for the 6th Panzer Regiment, and that rather simulates both 3rd and 11th Panzer Division, having some, but definitely not a lot of them. Enough to warrant one tank, but I think even a 3-to-1 composition is actually a bit understating it. I think the composition of Panzer IIIs to Panzer III other models to Panzer III's is rather more like 5 or 6-to-1. But I still want to have one to show off that they did have these. So I think that's okay. And we also still have this Panzer IV-F down here. So yeah, that changes quite a lot, dramatical changes that I will have up till Stalingrad. I still need to upgrade some of these. So this is a BF-109E. They had even a worse model here. Okay, I didn't even see that before. Let's switch this up as well, and I actually think that I'm gonna switch this one to a BF-109F for now. Is this cheaper? No, it's more expensive. And then I will see once I start changing some of these to a G model, but definitely not now. Alright, either way, let's talk about strategy. Right, so after talking about that stuff, I think it might be important to note as well that I'm feeling a little bit under the weather here, so might not be the very best gameplay, but we'll see how we'll manage. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do for this mission is I'm gonna have the 11th Panzer Division on the right and the 3rd Panzer Division on the left, and basically the 11th Panzer Division will be tasked with enveloping Novoanninsky from the right, and then moving down towards Mikhailovka. Also be tasked with taking these objectives, but basically going straight down. And 3rd Panzer Division will be tasked with going down basically through here, through this territory, and taking Nikhaevsky. Enveloping Novoanninsky from the left, basically, and then moving down, sweeping down towards Shileevsky over down there, and hopefully beating the Soviets along the way. So as the way I'm playing this is that usually I do the introduction for the mission a lot earlier than playing it actually, because I can't save after the end briefing and between the start of the new mission. So I always skip after repairing and doing the changes to my core like I did just now. So there's actually a bit of time between when I repaired everything and when I'm doing this, because I generally only play when I have holidays, and then I make a lot of videos in one go in a row. So that that's why I'm suddenly a bit sick, but we'll see. I'm gonna get through here. I'll try to edit out the coughing. All right. 11th Panzer Division. Right. So that's. Let's go for the artillery first. I think it's always easiest to talk about artillery. We're on the initiative, and we need the 119th Panzer Regiment first. So they probably have a unit in that town, so I do want to have at least some artillery close, and we also want to have that artillery to smack down here on this side, although this is already 3rd Panzer territory, I think. Anyway, let's get these guys in here too. So we have double artillery there, and yeah, I'll probably take a Werfer, but not right adjacent to this one. Probably over here. I think that would be pretty decent. Just to get them to move and then smack around there. Sure. I'm probably gonna take all the artillery, all the divisional artillery pretty soon, because we actually don't have that many reserve units besides the units in the core, and there are quite a few air units that I almost never want to deploy. Like I have three strategic bombers where I usually take only one, so those are reserve units that don't really count, and the same goes for those bombers, and yeah, they're almost there for show actually. Anyway, I'll be happy once I get to switch one of the towed ones for a self-propelled one, but yeah, let's put you there. I might actually take away one of those because yeah, we'll see. I definitely will deploy one of those Stugs. There's a bit more open terrain here, so I actually like to take the Großdeutschland Stugabteilung. Rather go through the center than to the side, where I think there's probably less opposition, but still. Alright. Let's take one of these Großdeutschland infantry cronies to attack over here, and we probably want another infantry unit to attack there as well. Probably... Oh, you're part of 3rd Panzer. Definitely not taking you, because I only get to take the 110th and 111th Schützen Regiment here. But yeah, you guys have attack and initiative. So if they're here, they could go and attack into that. But to be fair, I actually need a better moving unit, which I might actually not have. Because, well, the only thing that I have really is the Krautschützen at that point. They can actually get in here. Yeah, that's actually good. So there we are. Things might also go a little bit slower than they usually go, and I'm already playing very slow, I know, but that's what you get, I guess, when you're quite sick actually. But I still want to play. I've scheduled to meet, so yeah, trying to upload at least one video every week, you know, so I guess gotta make some sacrifices, but that's okay. My prestige will suffer, but my heart won't. Okay, start saying all kinds of weird stuff now. Yeah, so let's take you. Which other guy do we have? Panzer 4G with initiative. I will definitely take some anti-air for each division, so I will actually have all 3 anti-air units. I'm gonna shuffle these around, but I want to see how many slots the air units are gonna take ultimately. So I'm already deploying them just for now, just to see. So say that I want to get these to 4 stars. Which one am I going to deploy now? It probably doesn't really matter. Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is the maximum air force that I'm going to take. Let's have you out here. They might actually have some units out there as well, so I want to have a small force up in that area too. Not super likely, but let's get the 75th Artillery Regiment ready as well. And let's do it like the yeah, let's push you a bit more to the front. So we do have all the artillery there now. That's good. Let's take the other Stug out here. So I might switch them up still. But again, I'm a little bit rusty since it's well, practically been almost 3 months since I played this game. yeah, I basically played up until Voronezh during the Christmas holidays, and it's now my next holiday. So you'll see these videos also much later. Like currently, it's beginning of March when I'm recording this, so it will be interesting to see when this actually gets recorded. I'd probably say in around 3 months actually only, but yeah, I'm just doing whatever I can in order to get this up. Right. Sure. Let's place these guys already for a bit. I need some tanks up front too. You know, it's not as if I can just keep only infantry up front. Especially something like Oludir, they can actually stay to the back a little bit. I think taking the Panzer Pioneers, or the regular Pioneers actually, it's this fine. Up here, they have 3 movement. Yeah, because I want to attack this. 1, 2, 3, right. Yeah, the thing I get is that I might get in trouble. Yeah, I need Oludir pretty much up front in order to take the city. He's probably the only one that can hold the city under any circumstance. I'm gonna attack, probably push them back, and I need to get in there. That's probably how it's gonna go. And yeah, obviously not really sure, but we'll see. Now, yeah, I have this hero guy as well. Yeah, let's put him up. And let's get out of 1 Quadschützen. I'm gonna take the recon here. I mean, this guy is so bad. I just never gotta take it, but I probably never want to use it ever. And basically what I'm probably just gonna keep doing is I'm probably just gonna keep deploying this recon until I'm gonna upgrade both of them. I know that I wanted this in order to represent that, but it's just a very bad unit at 6 movement. It's just a bit rough using them. 4 left. Definitely taking also my anti-aircraft gun and the Martyr I need to take for sure. It's either that or the Panzer, the anti-tank. And I think especially for a mission with 14 turns where speed really is of the essence, we really need to make a lot of progress each turn. We need to almost get maximum movement out of every turn in order to get down there. It's like if you go maximum movement down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. It takes 6 turns of maximum movement to get all the way down there. That's half the mission, so we definitely need to make progress. This is part of the 11th Panzer Division, so I guess more inclined to keep the Sturmabteilung on this side, so that both divisions actually have anti-tank instead of just one. 2 units left, and I feel like I have to deploy infantry. Definitely I have to take these guys. Let's see. Let's just put them there for now, so that we have 4 infantry at home. Let's place you up here for now. And now we have 1 unit left, technically. Not super interested in taking more air units, although it could be useful to get a second Junkers. currently both Panzer divisions have 2 tanks deployed. Can't really go for a third with the way that we're set up now. Although all the other units are also quite necessary, I think. It's not unreasonable to have indeed the Stugs and the Werfer. I think. Let's go for second bomber. This one, I think is fine. Getting him back up to 3 stars. So let's take care of the Air Force here. Of course, we do have the initiative, so that's fine. I want to put these fighters up in positions where they can kind of do maximum scouting, and we can kind of have a general idea of everything. Now, I'm probably not even going to deploy or use Rudel on the first turn, so I'm kind of interested in keeping those back probably, but we'll have to see. Anyway, hey. Alright, yeah, I can deploy another fighter. I kind of missed that. Yeah, well, at the front. And then we have the other bomber. That's also going to be in the back. So a little bit more air force on this one, but since speed is of the essence, I do think, yeah, that's fine. Do I want to make any more overstrengths? Maybe a few tiny ones. Let's get both of these to 11. And I think we're good there at that point. Yeah, sure. I think we're fine. Let's get started. Are you in good positions? Artillery? Yeah, I think so. Okay. They had a bit more up front than I would have expected, but that's okay. There are 3, so they need double pounding. Kinda like. Although they would destroy them instantaneously. Let's just shell them once. Get rid of that. So I could technically use the Stug here, shell them, and having these guys in the city, probably nothing will get seen. Push them back here, attack with the tank, sure. To be careful of this flank for a bit though. Let me actually check the sound for a bit here. No, that's fine, okay. Well, yeah, let's do this. And we'll also get good spotting around this area, so that also helps, I think. Okay, push back. And then I can use the tanks on this side to finish them off. Yeah. Not the best flank, but then I can also target these guys by putting something else in here. That should not be an issue. I'm not gonna finish these guys off this turn anyway. So, no reason to go after that. Yeah, I'm definitely just gonna push these guys back. And then destroy them with the unit that's gonna go onto this hex. And arguably, it probably doesn't matter that much whether I put these up there. Basically, if I expect an infantry counterattack, I would want these guys up there. But if I expect tanks, I'd rather have the Panzer Jaeger. They claim that they can both deal the job, but I'm not convinced about the... Well, if I want better scouting, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess this is better. Okay, some enemy air forces. Which we very likely cannot engage because the enemy is probably going to have SPAAGs, which I think will be introduced either here or soon. But it does mean that I have to be careful of those things as well. At any rate, let's continue here. So I do want to clear out these conscripts. And you do have 3 movement. Actually, let's play with this here. Well, it doesn't help me that much now. Like this, because I need to check their heroes anyway. And I can't see that any other way than doing it like that. So these have 3 movement. I need them to move into this hex because they can defend quite well there. So they already need to be pushed back by that point. Let's see whether we can already do that like this. So if I use the Panzer 3N, it's looking to be pretty decent, but they can still fight back, and that's what I don't like about the Panzer 3N. I don't want to put these here because I want to have artillery backup on them. I think maybe the Panzer 3N might be my best option anyway. Yeah, even though it's a 21% chance of getting damage. Then I'm pushing them back, putting them down to 6. Then I might... Okay, they didn't counterattack, that's good. Got a lucky hit in there. This is really playing with fire, but... At least it wasn't as bad as I would have thought. I can probably just finish it off with the recon. It's probably a pretty decent shot. Yeah. Okay, great. Next. These guys do have vision of 2, and these guys have 1, so it is worthwhile to check that stuff out. And make sure that I don't have units that actually are visible. Well, if I put a unit in here, they will, of course, be visible. And there's no way I get to destroy these guys like that in 1 hit, anyhow. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. Alright, let's move you in here. I don't think there's anything there specifically, but still. So if I push them back, whatever is here, it's gonna be visible anyway. But I need them to get in here. So that these units will be protected. Sure. basically now what I want to do is I want to get a strong tank in here. Push them back, get all the deer in there. If I get these tanks out in here, I have a much better chance of protecting Heinz Randorf? Yeah. Although then they'll move in here. It's not too bad though. Yeah. Do I really need this shelling? I guess I did, but still have all the deer to finish the job. Okay. That's the main point of the first turn, I suppose. Let's start defensive preparations. As I said, it's very unlikely, so this flank will be protected the least. That actually, it's at that point, it's a pretty much an ill placement of the artillery, but so they have no protection technically. But for Friedrich Payne, what can go into the forest and beat them? I don't think there's a lot. Whereas I think I'd much rather have extra protection on the Panzer 4G right in the center. This is also to the side again. And on this map, I expect most of the enemy's advances to come directly through here. I don't have any fancy maps to show off where I think it comes from or whatever, but I think that the enemy will likely come from Novoanninsky to go over through here. It's probably one of the main axes of advances for the enemy. Maybe a small thrust from here, but I don't expect a lot. Same from this side. It's just not the most important part of the map. Like, the headlines of the map basically run through the center, and then they spread out when you come down to the south towards these areas. I expect down here, I expect the counterattack to basically run along this line and to run along this line here, basically towards the last objectives. Again, this is the main advance on this map, so I think most of the enemies are going to be situated along that path. Yeah, so pretty solid defenses so far. And let's do that, because very obviously the first thing that they are going to do is try to bomb the Panzer 4G here. And there's one guy that has actual plus defense as well for me. These guys have defense +3, and like, I don't want to unit with defense -2 to be in that pivotal area. Alright, because if they have those SP-AAGs, I want the unit with the highest defense up at the front, and it's this guy. So let's say they're gonna use a fighter to try and bomb here. What is their next target gonna be? It's either the tank or the artillery. So I then want you to move up there. to protect that. Next up, say that they're going to bomb these guys. They're likely to go after them next. So, I want the guy with initiative to be in here to protect that. If they're gonna bomb that, then move you. If they go in here with the bomber, they might try this as well, so I'll have that protected. 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, silly me. If I go here... Yeah, that's a part of me being sick. If they go and bomb this... I should have moved this one here, basically. Because now, if they go in here with the fighter, they can actually see this fighter, so that doesn't work. So they're gonna go and look for other targets. That's silly. Makes you safe, though. So here, here. That's really unfortunate, because that means that they're very likely to go after something like this, although I do have that, which might protect them. Could see them going after the Stug. So keeping these over here is probably the safest. And then they cannot really bomb a whole lot. They would never go so far back. Alright, these guys can make themselves useful next turn by attacking conscripts there. Yeah, I don't like that artillery placement, but nothing I can do. And then for these, kinda just want to put them like this. Alright, not amazing Air Force placement, but why are they going there? So weird. Okay. Well. 15 strength. But that was the only thing that attacked, though. I got pretty lucky, actually. They were expected probably to deal like... Nah, not even necessarily 2. That is the bigger option, though. Major Vigor. Was that actually a guy, I wonder? Huh. Well, at least we got those fighters quite nicely, if you ask me. And the weather is good, so... That's also nice. It's perfect surrender opportunity, and if that doesn't work, I can always try something else. Though advancing is important too, I would say. Let's try to get rid of them too. Yeah, when in doubt, do a bit of reconnaissance always helps. So they do have extra firepower coming through the air. And that's interesting enough. I kind of wish I could take that back now, but that's fine. Because they could actually see that, so that's not amazing. Although, for them to attack that, it's probably not a good attack. There's not a lot that can shell these in one go, and 20%, huh? Like, because I already missed 2 of them with that bad luck, like they should have actually had 4 suppression on average already. I'm just gonna roodle it, because I would have really liked to make it surrender, but since I got some bad rolls here, I cannot afford to spend too much time on this guy. And I basically then just need to get rid of it. Because this is already, it's gonna take too long. And that's just no good, so. Let's just get started working on these. So push them back to, I can put something in there to destroy them, I think. This is not super amazing. Okay, you can go up front. Basically, it's just a question of whether I want to push them back in there or in here. And I think I'd rather have them here, though. Yeah. Still want to shell these. What is wrong with these artillery pieces? I mean, I know it's just bad luck, but it still really sucks, and it does mean that I need to use units such as Albert Kircher to go after them at that point. It's potentially, it's not nice, actually. That's actually pretty. Oh. Yeah, I kind of stuck doing that now. Right, let's try it one more time. Now you get all the suppression you need, huh? All right. I guess we can make something work then a bit, maybe. Okay, at least you can get in here. That helps. Cause what else am I gonna put in there though? Like, yeah, I'd rather move a lot further with the tanks. So, all right, yeah, you guys are gonna finish this off, so that's good. I'll keep them there. Definitely. I need 2 more hexes. So you there, and I want the weakest attack. So with these, and yeah, sure, let's do it like this then. Alright, we still got some surrender out of it. Yeah, that's fine. Push them back. Alright. Unfortunate that it had to be this way, but I think it's better this way. Then you can go in here, and they're on the hills, so it's pretty decent. How far can you go? I think this is fine, because even if they have a unit out there, they can't spot me. And as I said, I think the main axis of engagement for the enemy goes through the center and not through the side. So this should be fine. I'm quite delayed by the artillery rolls here, because I actually would have liked having these guys up here already so they could attack onto that, but I mean, there's nothing to be done about that. Okay. So I want, once again, my minus defense guys. I know it's sucky that I have to search this up like this. But I want my non-defensive guys to attack these here. Probably. So if I put these. Destroy that. They're practically always, almost always gonna see my units. Unless they go all the way out here. But that still might be the way to go. 13 strength D34. Which, it looks kind of weird, but I still think this gives me the best possible protection. This is still part of the 6th Panzer Regiment. They have good defense, so even if there's something after that T-34, they can soak it up. No problem. That's what I'm thinking. I think these guys can actually stand on their own. I'd like to do some forward reconnaissance also on everything down here. They would have a tough time getting behind these areas with this. So even if they get a unit in here, it will get pretty much stuck, and I can scout out what's around here for a bit while still retaining my ability to go to that side. And that also effectively blocks off this area. Still need to do something about this side though, which is a bit precarious. Because there actually is no artillery support. So if they have something, it's at least gotta run into an ambush like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ideally, well, they could technically attack into this, but that's very unlikely. Especially if I were to put the deer in here. Would they hold their own against T-34? I think they would. And that really blocks off this entire area to the enemy, I think. Okay, let's actually try to finish it off with both of these. Okay, that's not likely to happen now. So I'll try it. Okay, well, nice. Second one got lucky. Yeah, I need to move forward. And this will provide me with the means to do that. They cannot get into this hex, so this is actually perfectly safe. At least on paper. And yeah, these guys are just, they're not gonna do a whole lot in that position specifically. Yeah. Okay. So, as for the Air Forces, first of all, what can they see? Well, I do want to put a fighter right next to this at least, just in case. Probably best to put them up front. Next off, they can see this and this, so they're not gonna attack here. They're extremely likely just if I can actually keep them here, because then they are still protected anyway. They're likely to go after that, their only target. And they can still see this. If they go in here and attack, the only other thing I think that they could try and do, because they see that everything else is protected because of these. The only other thing that they might try to do is attack against them, because they might not be able to see this. So that could work. The other thing that they might try to do is just to move forward towards, say, Victory Hex. And in those cases, I think the best I can do is just try to protect these forward units somewhat. Yeah, I think so. And then do this. Right. That's a poor result. Alright. Ambush. Right. Oh, come on. That's still very lucky, I think. How can it be that these things are... They're literally always lucky. It doesn't matter what kind of defense you prepare or what kind of strategy you employ. They just get lucky and then they trounce you. It just... With these things, these SP-AEGs, they are your worst nightmare in this game, really. SP-AEGs, they're terrible. And like I said, they somehow always get lucky. They always do. Oh well. That kind of sucks, but nothing you can do about that, ultimately. I mean, strategy can only bring you so far, and luck is the second aspect of this game, which you need to have. And some people have it, some people don't. Now, I'm not extremely unlucky, but wouldn't call myself a big luckster or something over here. I could do a lot better. Let's just keep it at that. I could do a lot better. That thing does have to go, though. Here's the rear artillery. And I could probably finish it off in one go, yeah. It would have been nice to have a bit more movement forward, but... yeah, I guess that's not happening. Alright. I guess SP-AEG gone. Next. You could bomb them, and probably it's for the best. I want to make some Sure. That's not very useful unless I switch them up, potentially. Can I actually even switch them to a fighter bomber? I wonder. Really not sure. Maybe. Again here, I think just attacking is probably the best in order to advance further. You have no scouting, yeah. So I can't attack these guys just yet. This is not as great a vision as I would have liked, so I need to swing these guys to the side now, whereas I kind of need them around here, so it's still unfortunate, yeah. Not the best movement anyhow. They're conscripts, so they have vision 1. How far can you go? Let's actually do this. Because I'll engage them with the Großdeutschland infantry, which then can also try to take those. If I recall correctly, these are empty, but I still would have to check for sure. So I can't really put this in here and attack, but there's nothing in here, so if I move them out here, can I have some... Oh, okay, I guess they can see it now. But this is Albert Kirscher, and I don't actually expect enemy air force on this turn. They've been harassing me for 2 turns. I think they probably wouldn't do that on this turn. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Surprising thing was that they only attack with 2 tanks. Actually, I would have expected them to attack with more, but maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is 5. I need to take a look at the terrain for movement for all terrain, because forced is actually 3. Okay, and they have vision of 3 as well. There's no hero. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, for these to go on that flank, it should be okay. So oh. Wow, okay. That's actually bad because the Katyusha will be able to go after them. Maybe I overdid it a little bit. Also because I'm not very likely to push them away. Right, I'm gonna... No! Not the SPD edge. Ah, come on. So I could potentially push them in here, maybe. If they would have gotten hit for more, I would have said that they'd be fine. And I probably would have been able to attack, but now I'm in a tough spot. I need to make sure that the Katyushas can't attack at the very least. They are fine in open terrain, but the I need to attack the Katyushas for sure. This tank, I can probably deal with it in a good fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can attack whatever is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they can't attack anything that's here. Just initiative. But yeah, they can actually move into this hex, so I kinda need to put at least them here. Forces me to move them here. And do that. I have to say, it's not super amazing. I can see them attacking as well. And of course we'll get a hit from the SPAG, but I think that can hardly be prevented. Yeah. So I probably need 2 fighters for this. Getting you back to an airfield now is not very productive. Kinda need to get them to this airfield, I think. But I also want to protect them from the SPAG. 1, 2... Because SPAG also has all-terrain... Oh no, it's tank movement. Well, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they can never reach that. Oh, you just barely made 3 stars, huh? Wow. Okay. I'm trying to keep these to the side there as well. Don't want to run into things too hastily. They probably have a unit in there too, so it's good to be cautious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. They can move in here or here, then they'd be jammed. It's only 2 range maximum. I think though, do you have additional movement? Attack and initiative only. That's just, if they move up 1, 2, 3. I guess I'm in a bit of a pickle with the infantry here too, because they just don't have super great movement, and thick forest. Infantry is all. But they should be able to get in there. If... I think if they go through here. They can't see that. 1, 2. So if they go in here, they would have to go specifically here, which is extremely unlikely. You also have one vision, or they would have a two. Cannot get even in here. It's physically impossible. And these two are gonna repair. Oh wow. Well, good for me that they didn't hit. Very happy. This should knock them out though. Though apparently I need more firepower. And a lot more. Alright. Took a while, but I got them. Okay, so you actually cannot move in here. So the... what is it? The library is wrong here. Because they claim you can do that. Thick forest, they claim all movement. But that's not the case. They actually cannot get in there. So that's unfortunate. Okay, this time though at least the SPAAG played fair. They didn't do ridiculous a ridiculous number of my units. That's nice. Empty. But they do have the KV there, I wonder. Well... let's see. Need to finish these guys off as well. Let's try our luck. Right. Hurricane is not too powerful. They have enough fuel, so there's no real need. I guess this is real. This is probably too close to anti-aircraft for comfort, regardless, so... in order to still make use of Rudel this turn, I guess this would be the better target. Together with using the rear artillery, I Can probably find something to finish them off. But question is what? 1, 2, 3. So I can use them to do that. 1 to attack the SPAG, 2. I probably cannot attack the T-34 on this turn. That's okay. Wasn't planning on anyway. Alright, so let's set up the Pioneers to attack this on the next turn. They cannot see those Pioneers anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could also do that. Finish them off here. Because if I don't expect there to be more here, I think it could be, but I guess I can finish them off that way. You here and potentially you here to finish that off. Then I would need something like a Stug and tank combo on this side. Although then, well, these guys should be going this way. This is part of 6th Panzer Regiment. And the 11th is on this side. So these guys should actually go that way, yeah. Oh, hello. I did not expect them to be there. That changes a whole lot. Mostly because it means that these two cannot be at the front anymore. At least not here. Should I attack the other way around? This is blocked, but this is open. But I must attack the SPAAG. I must. I have the Stug to put in here. And you to attack through there. But at least this hex vulnerable. That's very tricky. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these guys could go around either way, so I do need to protect and do something about that. Which I can't do because these are in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Or these need to be finished off, and that also isn't gonna work. I could, on the other hand, also attack from this side. Put you in here. That'll probably suit me better. Wow, really? Great. It's not my lucky day for sure. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, if I attack here and then attack that, only these guys could potentially attack, and I don't think they would. But they might gang on me. And that I wouldn't want. So I'd rather do this. Which is much safer. And I guess they're gonna repair now. But, that's okay. So they will likely repair again. This is still quite solid, I think, despite that. Yeah, they cannot go around this anymore. One, two, three, four, five, six. Could see that. Can't see here. So that if they move in there, it should be an ambush then. One, one, two, three. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I would be surprised if they have anti-aircraft on that. Let's actually bomb this. And have some firepower here. Again, I don't think they're gonna try anything frisky. Probably not. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. My goal now is just to protect my forward units so that even if they come, they cannot go through here, so You don't want to get in here though. Actually, if they move in here, they might actually try to move in here, and then they can actually spot that. But I can soften them up a bit. They can fight back. And they cannot go into this hex. Or they can actually through there. I have this pretty well protected anyhow. So it's fine. There we go, and I guess move them down. So there's not really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's actually nothing that can go here. So I might just well straight move them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this. Okay. I'd actually rather use something else for that, so yeah, these guys are tough to crack. Let's see if we can make a bit of a surrender here on these. 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Let's see. 2 suppression so far. 5. Don't leave me hanging, game. Come on. 13, 8. Okay, perfect. The Katyusha has 5 times 3 on you, 5 times 1 on them. Okay, gave me about 100. Nice. So that's all empty, as expected. Need to clear this out this way, so not visible. Good. Maybe it's actually time to go after them too, you know. It's probably a good idea. Okay. They'll push them in here and then I can destroy them. Go with infantry. So, can't really bomb these, so I'd rather go for them. With the anti-air and all. Now I have to take these guys out the old-fashioned way. So... I need to use a Stug on them. Let's wait a bit. So that's not super effective, but it will put it to waste, so rather let's advance. They're down. And the goal here is to make sure, let's see, you need to move around as well. Move you. These need to put them somewhere too so they can move up and then shell them. Not sure where I want to place them ultimately. I think to the back here. Thing is, I need to push them around, and the best way to do that. It's a shame I cannot get a unit in here. It's too dangerous basically because of them. Anyway, I also cannot attack this. These guys, that's also unfortunate. Yeah. Because they're at 11 though, so if I can push them in here. Which say that I were to attack from here. It's unprotected, but these guys wouldn't leave. I would have no protection. But against what would I need that protection anyway? Push them in here. You in here. Yeah. Excellent, even better. SPAG down. So only if they have an infantry exactly on this hex. They could switch this up and then attack them too though. But again, I don't think it's very likely for them to do that, just judging by how the AI usually behaves. It is extremely dangerous, though. I also need to actually finish off the KV. Or at least deal it good damage here, I think. Well, that didn't help. At least it loses some ammo. I will likely try to repair. Wait, you have 2 vision. Let's move here. Like I said, I don't expect an enemy attack to come during this turn, and that's the reason why I'm doing this. Like that. 1, 2, 3. It would be ridiculous for them to move up like that. It would not make any sense. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could technically attack again. Okay. Going there. Moving these in here will allow me to shell them on the next turn, potentially. They have a range of 3, and I don't want them to just go and attack them like that. Although moving here is fine, so they can attack on the next turn. It really all just hinges on whether they can attack or not, and I think I can take the airfield already on the next turn here. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. One, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3, sure. Okay, fine. They move first with artillery, nothing else, yeah. Perfect. Okay, these scratch shoots are effectively lost for the rest of the mission. I shouldn't count on it. That KV, though, can now fight back, yeah. Let's try to make sure it doesn't. Okay, they're practically fully suppressed. And 1, 1, 2, 3. They can only go in there. 2, 3. Question is where I want to put my Stug eventually. If I move them into this hex, that'd be great, but then I actually need to move further with this Panzer division. And movement is a bit muddled right now. I also need to finish them off. So I think moving 1, 2, 3, yeah. At least some units to finish off these mountain troops. To be a good idea. This will push them in here, which is not necessarily what I want, but I can't move in here, not even with them. So it's the only way to finish them off at that point. Push them back. Okay, well, that's also fine. Take that city. And alright, this is unfortunate, but let's do it anyway. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to take the airfield then. But I need to harass the infantry enough anyway. So there's technically almost full suppression. And I can actually take them out this way. Maybe. Use Rudel. I mean, I'm going all in on these guys now, so. Guess now I don't really have another choice. Should still be okay here. With me being able to at least destroy the anti-aircraft. Very nice. They can see everything here because I cannot actually take all those hexes. But I still have a reasonable defensive line, and the threat of the city at least is gone, which is good because that means that we're pretty much on schedule. And that's good. Can now rejuvenate my forces here. Let's keep you out of vision for the moment. It's still pretty tricky for most of them, actually. Seeing this. Still, that puts them to 11 immediately. Sigh. Okay. I mean, maybe next turn, but that's pretty annoying. Right. So, because I don't want them to attack specifically, they're probably gonna repair, but yeah, under the circumstances, I'd rather move forward here. I need to get places. Although I cannot really advance out here. Anyway, I'll just let them repair. I mean, from what we know is that they can see this infantry, but they don't really have a force to back it up. If they want to bomb that, that's fine. They can't see them, so I actually don't expect an enemy air force on this turn. Maybe the next one. No, let's just keep you there. I need them in anti-tank mode for them to take this. Although that in itself might trigger that counteroffensive, but we'll see, because you can already see that there's a counteroffensive coming from there. Alright. What's in the cards? You moving down, but where? Guess it did indeed trigger that counteroffensive, or whatever, but it's not super bad right now. Let's actually get rid of these. It's taken long enough. It's already the third time that they failed to deliver. They've been pretty poop. Oh, come on. just this thing is so silly. Oh, why doesn't it get destroyed? Do I really have to... like, this is also really scary, because if I don't use a fighter, like, I think that they're gonna launch another fighter attack on the next turn, you know? It's... that thing refused to go down for whatever reason. Well, I guess I wanted to live. Makes sense. Okay, we know what kind of bad boy is out here. Let's send you. It's not there. Huh. That's odd. That's really odd. Well, don't want to put these guys up front necessarily. But let's at least also make sure that I don't mess up, because like I said, we know there's another counteroffensive coming. These guys aren't there for nothing. Together with these other guys, and they don't push up as a joke. They don't do that. So that is 100% an enemy counteroffensive. Yeah, we can already see it here. And these guys will need to reorganize soon. Actually, preferably this turn. Yeah, it's a shame I don't have good vision over this. They also need to reorganize pretty soon, so there we are. You gotta be kidding me. Only Lady Luck would be on my side for once. I'd be really, really happy. But guess we're gonna have to do without. Okay, so they're probably not gonna come with anything after me on this side, but if you're here, you can attack on the next turn. They won't give up super easily anyway, so... Sure. Like I said, I don't expect any counterattacks to come from that side. And because next turn is going to be a bad weather turn, I also need to strengthen my forces now instead of later. Oop. Okay, that takes Novoanninsky proper. One, two, three. Move you up, you can actually attack onto the city on the next turn then. As long as I can get good suppression, etc. I take it at turn 8. Still have to move down pretty fast. This is even empty. Alright. Need to move forward anyway. There's not going to be an attack from this side. From here into this. But since they're coming from down here, I might just as well go in here because this is protected. Yeah. I'm slightly behind schedule, but I think I should be able to make it. Air Forces. What can they see? Don't like that, but maybe. I also feel like I do need to take a few risks. At least on this turn. Oh, wow, that's gonna hurt. That's utterly ridiculous. Seriously. Let me guess. So they were supposed to deal 3 or 4, but of course. Well. Bad luck beats, I guess. Really. You could do that, but then I cannot. Well, I could probably fully suppress them here. The infantry is most important. Nice. Ooh, okay, seems like luck is on my side for now after all. Getting a +1 movement hero on the Grenadiers is excellent. That's a great addition. I'm very pleased about that. Let's see though. I hope to do things in such a way that I might not need that fighter, but it's unlikely. Could also use them potentially. Let's just see what this does. Okay, well, should be good enough. No, guess it isn't. Yeah, they actually have pretty high initiative that can't just be taken away. Well, his mass attack bonus doesn't fiddle with initiative. Like, but it's still worth a try. Nice. Take that. And nothing's there so far, so let's block the road. I'm just... Because I might actually be lucky enough to take one out in one go. Well, let's just see though. Cavalry eliminates their spotting. And let's use you to block any shenanigans into this side, which probably won't happen, but still. Okay, well that will still allow me to use these. Finish that off. That doesn't help me in the movement. Okay. So I do need those guys to attack the KV-1C. So how many fighters do I have left? I need... Wow, 1-5. What is the difference then? You are still Walter Novotny. And you... What makes Walter take more damage? Oh, your has the experience. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Maybe they'll get to 2 stars with that. Yep, great. unfortunate indeed. But probably still for the best to finish it off. Maybe you got some decent experience though. No, not really. That's a shame. Okay. So what then? Can I do? Well, they have practically only one initial target. I guess killing the conscripts this way might... it's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Should be able to make D surrender. And hopefully also KV, but that will be trickier. One, 3. 1, 2. Wow. It's that bad. 31% chance, and then they have even... oh, that's a lot. Wow. But I cannot put more suppression on them. Okay. Still, no, that did not finish him off. But I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot anymore. So I'll probably be fine. I'm sure they'll want to put something in there. Shouldn't forget them. This is really a good attack. This would also push them back, very likely. And I really would like to advance. I can move these to finish that off. I guess I really would like to push that. So I have 3 units that can attack. Wait. Let's finish them off. Oof. Yeah, naturally they had nothing coming from that side anymore, but a bit more scouting, that's also empty. Destroy them. Okay. This will allow me to move you further down now as well. They're no longer needed here. So at that point, what do we even have left? My units are all protected. Yeah, I guess. Not so much against air forces, but yeah, if they were to attack me now with air force, that'd be a heavy blow. But they're not. Okay. At least also we didn't get rain again. So this might look a bit weird, but okay. Take it. Surrender the artillery. Good. Take those, and now we get to move down. So, last couple objectives, here we come. They're right next to the actual hex. Strange. One, two, three. Let's do that to protect ourselves, and I guess I want to set up for an attack. So I'm still gonna move in such a way, like they're probably not gonna move. And they can't see them. This is pretty much also to snipe those other cities. Okay. You can't do anything there anymore, so... Ooh. You back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I knew it. They weren't as easy as I would have expected. Okay. Let's do a bit of vision. I need to give them fuel and ammo, sure, but... destroy them. Destroy them. Should be able to clear out these guys for this turn. There's likely not gonna be anything coming from there, but let's bomb the guards so they can go back to the airfield. Very lucky. Very nice. Happy about that. Wow. These guys are doing an amazing job. This is 2. What? It would have been real nice if I didn't have to use anything else. Okay, they don't need fuel and ammo anymore for the rest of the mission. That's what counts. Okay, let's ride. And all right. Finish them off. So I can put Oladier up front, which is dangerous, but I guess in that sense this entire turn is very dangerous this way, but I don't expect any counterattack anymore, except maybe a localized one, given the time limit. It is very unlikely. This will protect them too. Okay. They should not be able to see anything here. So I guess for them, okay, it's nothing. But I think they're buying units now. That turn took a lot longer than I would have liked, so... And if I do this now, they're only gonna get half of it. Which sucks. But nothing I can do. They didn't. I mean, we did see that was empty, but if they bought units there now, which we cannot be sure of. Like, they were very slow, so I would say that they did buy units. That would be my guess. Not here, though. So now I can just take... yeah, let's give you fuel and ammo as well. We know where the unit is, it's there, so... I can actually see them sending another air wave as well. Down. Let's do this. Okay, it's empty. That also at least ensures that I know that there's no unit in there. Okay. Thought it was here. So, as for my air forces, most of them a vision of 2, so that's go actually in the middle. Nothing with cloudy weather. Okay, so they were buying here. That's okay. So I might be able to... Well, do you have anti-air? No, you don't. Okay, so it's worth it trying to do this without the bomber, I think. 8-6. Yeah, you should be able to do this. Just in case. Get a bit of mass stack bonus. That sucks. Alright, well, nothing we can do. So I can prevent them from buying things there as well, potentially. Oh. I wouldn't want them to buy stuff down there either. But it seems the only thing I can do right now is try to sneak around it. Which in its own right is okay, but... Okay. Well... This will prevent them from buying anything at this one. So this should be a relatively easy grab. This one, however, will be trickier. Especially since they might have other units around this. Let's see. Yeah, they had an artillery there, and they also have a KV-1A. And a KV-1A is a lot weaker than the other KVs, but still. Should actually toss that around, I think. For sure. Okay, well that means he has +1 initiative, +1 attack. Oh well, they didn't move though. Wow. Might actually be worthwhile to try and get at them from the rear too, so I'm all in on that. What I'm not all in on is this guy surviving with 1 strength point. I mean, I kinda have to move something in here anyway. I don't think I handled that appropriately. Definitely not. Especially since they'll be looking to go around and attack on this side. And I think the chance of them trying to do that are probably close to 100%. Unless I have something in here that they cannot see. Well, the only thing that I can put in there is Ola Deer, and then it would be an ambush. And a super amazing ambush, to be sure, but... I guess an ambush nonetheless. 1, 1, 2, 3. Definitely setting myself up for the attack as well. Go after the enemy. We don't have that many turns. After this turn there's 3 turns left. That should be enough. I think that the time limit on this mission is not that hurtful. One, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So if they're likely to go up, it doesn't actually help me at all. One, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. These shouldn't be visible. I can't protect these properly. Nothing, huh? If this is already full, they're gonna buy down there. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Oh. Was not a very good attack. They didn't move though, that's actually pretty interesting. Let's go for these first. It's down. And I need to start lowering the entrenchments on them as well. Okay. I expect this to be full with units now. Actually, if only I could push them into a convenient spot. Well, I'll have to do that with artillery. Attacking here is not super useful yet, so let's for now go after these, even though I have 0 chance to attack them. Let's block them this way. You can't move. Nine and 6. I can still move you down. Let's do so. Give it another shot. Okay. So I guess the best I can do. Push them in here. Okay. Let's put you there. Go after these. And oh, you're yeah, Helmut, okay. They can move in here. I'm fine. Of course. Fine. They're gonna need elite replacements anyway. It's gonna be super expensive anyway. I knew that. Wow. Surrender, huh? Okay. But I think it's still for the better, because then they can no longer buy anything out here either. So then at least their fate is sealed, and I know that they still have they can still buy stuff down here. Okay, 2 units. It would be very nice if I could actually prevent them from buying a huge stack there. Why is it always gonna be like this, huh? Always. Has to be like that. At any rate, putting this here is not a very good idea. They can move up and then attack, so let's protect that. Well, And you too. And then they're probably gonna buy a whole slew of units there. Oh, only one. Well, that's not so bad, so I can actually do a map wipe. I leave them here because I'm a bit afraid that these units might go down there. I don't want that. And luckily they didn't attack, so that's also nice. They have 3 movement now, so they have it a lot easier. Get a surrender out of that. Back. Because they're no longer useful there. Yeah. Don't really like these anti-tank guns either. Wow. That was sad. This assumes I'm gonna be able to take care of both of those. I don't know about that. Well, the lower one is the most dangerous one. Why are you doing this to me, game? Really constantly now. It's just you need to hurt me one last time, don't you? That's kind of how it feels like. I know it's just the usual bad luck, but should have done that the other way around though. It was silly. Come on, game. Nope. There we go. Alright. I don't think that was really necessary. Seven, 3. Okay. So we're gonna have to solve this problem somehow. Also, I don't really need to destroy that. I'd be much better off going after the regular, because I do have only 1 turn left. And sure, I will destroy them. Also, they might go down and attack this. It's just not a good situation to be in, unfortunately. But there's... I probably could have played it better. Wait. Alright, so let's switch these up. One, two, three. Yeah, it's very useful to move you. Alright, great, nothing I guess, so let's take that. I think I can finish them all off here. If all goes well. Which I probably will. Not necessarily on them. Yeah, it's just a 1-6. That's okay. He's not in the city, so... really no worry. Go. Take the city. Shell them. Ah, come on, game. Every single roll like this in the last turn has been like this. I didn't have any other artillery, so I had to attack anyway. Right. Let's protect everything. So they can't snipe. Nothing I can do there. Right, I think that's the only thing that they have left. Sure. Alright. Let's take a look at the battlefield. So, ultimately, what did we lose? Well, this guy got an unlucky hit from the SPAG. That kind of sucks. But besides that, I only got a few unlucky hits at the end of the mission, I think. And on this guy, of course. Against the KV-1C, he got a massive hit. Actually, I got off relatively unscathed, like I said, except for the end, and something like getting him back up to strength is pretty costly. It does cost 100 prestige, so that's actually pretty tricky. And for these guys to be hit as well, so that kind of sucks. But they were low percentage hits, and I think... yeah, it's just unlucky to be getting them, but overall it went fine. I think, despite my illness for now, it went fairly smoothly. No major mistakes, I think, on my part. Definitely at the end I could have played it a bit better. I was very unorganized and just no more concentration left, you know. That's just it. That's take a look at the briefing here. Once again, you have swept all Soviet opposition from your path. Excellent work. High Command is quite pleased with your progress thus far, and is considering expanding the goals of Fall Blau. Keep up the good work, Herr General. Right, I'm ending the video here. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you next time. Bye-bye.